The mask hit the floor with a hollow crack. Smoke drifted upward from Darth Vader's ruined armor while the Death Star trembled around them. Red emergencies flashed across the collapsing throne room as distant explosions shook the walls beneath Luke Skywalker's feet. His father was dying, not Darth Vader. Anakin Skywalker. Luke knelt beside him carefully while sparks rained from broken ceiling panels above them. "You were right," Anakin whispered weakly. The words barely sounded human anymore. Luke's throat tightened. For years, the entire galaxy feared this man, but now he looked tired, old, almost peaceful. Outside the shattered windows, starfighters vanished into fire while the station slowly collapsed around Endor's orbit. Luke grabbed his father's hand tightly. "You saved me." Anakin's breathing slowed beneath the ruined mask. "No," he whispered. "You saved me." Then the Force screamed. The room suddenly darkened. Luke looked upward sharply as invisible pressure slammed through the throne chamber like a tidal wave. The walls twisted. The stars outside stretched unnaturally. Something was wrong. Very wrong. Anakin's body suddenly vanished into blinding white light. "Father!" The floor disappeared beneath Luke instantly. Heat hit him first. Brutal heat. Luke crashed hard against black volcanic stone while burning ash swirled through the air around him. He coughed violently as sulfur and smoke filled his lungs. Not Endor. Not the Death Star. Mustafar. The sky glowed red above endless rivers of lava, while distant mining towers pierced through smoke-filled darkness. The entire planet trembled beneath the sound of erupting fire. Luke slowly pushed himself upward. His hands shook because he recognized this place immediately. This was where Anakin Skywalker died, and Darth Vader was born. Fear crawled through his chest. No, too early. The timeline had not happened yet. Then Luke felt it, a presence nearby, powerful, unstable, familiar. Anakin, not Vader, not yet. Luke turned slowly toward the distant landing platform above the lava river. A lone figure stood there beneath the red glow of Mustafar's firestorms. Black robes moved gently in the volcanic wind. One mechanical arm, blue eyes filled with pain. Anakin Skywalker, alive, human, and completely unaware that his future was already walking toward him. Luke stopped breathing because, for the first time in his life, he was looking at his father before the darkness consumed him. Then suddenly, engines echoed across the sky. Luke looked upward sharply. A silver Naboo cruiser descended through the smoke toward the landing platform. Padmé had arrived, and history was seconds away from breaking forever. Lava exploded beneath the mining platforms. Ash drifted through the air like black snow, while distant machines groaned across Mustafar's burning landscape. The heat pressed against Luke Skywalker's skin with brutal force as he slowly climbed the metal walkway toward the lone figure standing above the lava river. Anakin Skywalker never turned around. His black robes moved softly in the volcanic wind while orange firelight reflected across his mechanical hand. For one painful moment, Luke saw Darth Vader already standing there. Not the armor, not the mask, the loneliness, the anger, the grief. It was all already alive inside him. "You shouldn't be here," Anakin said quietly. Luke stopped. The voice hit harder than expected. Not mechanical, human, young, broken. Anakin slowly turned toward him. Blue eyes studied Luke carefully beneath the red glow of Mustafar's firestorms. Exhaustion covered his face, so did fear. Because the force around Luke felt impossible. Familiar, dangerous. "You're not a Jedi," Anakin said. Luke's throat tightened. "Not yet, not here. I'm trying to help you." That almost made Anakin laugh. Everyone says that before they betray me. The words carried real pain behind them. Luke felt it instantly. The Temple Massacre, Padmé, Obi Wan, Sidious poisoning every fear inside him. Anakin Skywalker was already drowning. He just had not realized it yet. Luke stepped closer carefully. "If you stay here, everything gets worse." Anakin's expression hardened immediately. You know nothing about me, but Luke did. Too much. He remembered the breathing inside the mask, the silence beneath Vader's helmet, the moment his father died saving him. And suddenly, Luke realized something terrifying. This was the last version of Anakin Skywalker before the galaxy lost him forever. Luke swallowed hard. You kill the Jedi, he whispered. You hunt children. You help destroy worlds. The volcanic wind suddenly felt colder. Anakin's eyes narrowed instantly. Who are you? Luke hesitated. The truth felt impossible. But the force around them already trembled violently. Destiny itself was listening now. You become Darth Vader? Luke said quietly. Silence. Only lava. Only distant engines. Anakin stared at him without moving. Then slowly, his mechanical hand tightened. You speak that name like you've seen it before. Luke's chest hurt because he had. For years, the mask, the armor, the breathing. His father suffering alone inside darkness. Luke stepped forward again despite the danger. I've seen the man you become. Anakin's anger flickered. Then something worse replaced it. Fear. Real fear. Because the stranger standing before him somehow sounded sad instead of hateful. That confused him more than any threat could. Luke's voice lowered. You still come back to the light. The words hit Anakin like a blade. Light. After everything he had done, impossible no one spoke to him like this anymore. Not Palpatine, not the Jedi, not even himself. Then Luke made the mistake, a small one, human, painfully human. Father, the word escaped before he could stop it. Anakin froze completely. The lava below seemed quieter suddenly. Luke's eyes widened in horror. Too late. Anakin stepped backward, slowly, not angry, shaken. Because something inside the Force had just aligned in a way that terrified him. The stranger had Padmé's eyes. Somehow, when he said, Father, Anakin believed him. The Naboo cruiser hissed as its landing ramp lowered into the ash-filled wind. Padmé stepped out slowly. Heat slammed into her immediately. Smoke drifted across the platform, while rivers of lava glowed beneath the black metal structures surrounding the mining station. Mustafar felt less like a planet and more like a wound burning through space itself. Then she saw Anakin, alive. For one brief second, relief nearly broke her. But something was wrong. He was not alone. A young man stood several feet beside him beneath the volcanic glow. Dark clothing, ash covering his boots. His face looked exhausted, almost haunted. And Anakin was listening to him. Not shouting, not raging, listening. Padmé slowed carefully. Anakin? The sound of her voice hit him hard. Luke saw it instantly. For one tiny moment, the darkness inside Anakin weakened. Not vanished, weakened. Anakin turned toward her slowly, conflict burning across his face. His eyes looked tired now, not furious. That frightened Padmé more, because rage was familiar. This looked like grief. Luke stepped backward instinctively. He had seen this moment before. Different words, different ending, but the same pain. Padmé's attention shifted toward him carefully. Who are you? Luke opened his mouth, then stopped. How could he answer that? Your son, a child not born yet, a future already collapsing. The silence stretched too long. Anakin finally spoke instead. He knows things, Padmé frowned. What things? Luke looked toward the lava rivers below the platform. The heat reminded him of another fire, another scream. Obi Wan standing above burning lava while Vader reached toward him in hatred. Luke forced the memory down. If Anakin stays with Palpatine, he said quietly, the Republic dies. Padmé froze. The words sounded too certain, too personal. Anakin's jaw tightened again. He says, I become someone else. Luke slowly looked at him. No, he whispered painfully. You become trapped inside someone else. Silence. Only distant engines. Only volcanic thunder. Padmé studied Luke carefully now, and suddenly fear crept into her chest. Because the stranger did not sound like a Jedi warning Anakin. He sounded like someone mourning him. Luke stepped closer slowly. Palpatine lies to you, he said. He never saves her. Padmé's breathing stopped. Her, not Padmé, her, as if Luke already knew. Anakin looked shaken now. The certainty inside Luke's voice was beginning to fracture something inside him. Every warning sounded impossible, but every word also felt true. Then Luke made the mistake that changed everything. He looked directly at Padmé, and for one terrible second, his expression softened. Not like a stranger, like family. Padmé felt it immediately. A strange warmth inside the Force, familiar, painfully familiar. Then she saw eyes clearly beneath the volcanic light, blue. Exactly like hers. Padmé's face slowly lost color. No, impossible. Her voice barely escaped her throat. Anakin. Fear entered Anakin's eyes instantly, because he saw it too. The same eyes, the same expression, the same quiet kindness Padmé carried even now. Luke realized the truth too late. The timeline had already begun revealing itself, and somewhere far away across Coruscant, Emperor Palpatine suddenly stopped smiling, because for the first time since the fall of the Jedi began, he felt Anakin Skywalker pulling away from him. The lights inside the Senate chamber flickered once, then died. Darth Sidious slowly lifted his head from the dark throne hidden beneath Coruscant, while silence swallowed the room around him. Something had changed. For hours, he had felt victory spreading perfectly across the galaxy. The Jedi Temple had fallen. Order 66 was still burning through the stars. The Republic was collapsing exactly as planned, and Anakin Skywalker had finally belonged to him. But now, the connection felt unstable. Sidious closed his eyes carefully. He searched through the Force again, and suddenly saw fire, Mustafar, ash storms, lava rivers, and standing beside Anakin was someone impossible, a young man wrapped in pain and light, familiar. The Emperor's yellow eyes opened instantly. No, fear touched him for the first time in years, because he recognized the bloodline immediately. Skywalker. On Mustafar, volcanic wind screamed across the landing platform while Luke stood motionless beside Padmé and Anakin. The silence between them had become dangerous now. Anakin kept staring at Luke like he was trying to solve a nightmare. Padmé looked pale beneath the red volcanic light, and Luke could feel the timeline shifting harder around them every second. Small things were already changing. Memories, feelings, fragments of the future. For one terrible moment, Luke suddenly forgot the sound of Leia's voice. The realization nearly broke him. The future was weakening, because he was changing it too quickly. Anakin stepped closer slowly. You said Palpatine lied to me. Luke nodded carefully. He promises you power over death, Luke whispered, but all he gives you is pain. The words landed deep, because Anakin already feared they were true. The lava below exploded violently, illuminating his face in burning orange light. Luke saw conflict tearing through him now, not Vader. Still Anakin, still human, still reachable. Then, suddenly, Anakin grabbed Luke's arm, hard. Who are you? He demanded, not angry, desperate. Luke looked directly into his father's eyes, and for one dangerous second, he almost told him everything before he could speak. All three of them felt it instantly. Palpatine, watching, listening, hunting. Luke staggered backward as pressure slammed through his mind like a blade. Visions exploded across his thoughts. Imperial banners, burning worlds, a throne rising above Coruscant, and Sidious smiling. The Emperor knew. Far away across the capital planet, Sidious rose slowly from his throne. His robes moved through darkness like smoke, while clone guards outside the chamber shifted nervously. The future was mutating faster than expected. Anakin was hesitating. That alone endangered everything. But this stranger, this impossible boy, represented something far worse. Hope. Sidious hated hope, because hope made people disobey fear. And Anakin Skywalker had always loved too deeply. The Emperor walked toward the massive Senate window overlooking Coruscant's endless city lights. Then quietly, he changed the future. "Prepare my declaration immediately," Sidious ordered. The clone commander lowered his head. "Yes, my Emperor. Not Chancellor anymore, not secretly. The Empire would rise tonight. Earlier than planned, more violently than planned, because someone from the future had forced his hand." Sidious looked back toward the stars beyond Coruscant, toward Mustafar, toward Luke Skywalker, and slowly smiled again. "If you are truly his son," he whispered into the darkness, "then you will suffer exactly like him." Back on Mustafar, Luke suddenly dropped to one knee. Pain ripped through his chest violently. The force around him flickered like a dying signal. Padmé rushed toward him immediately. "Luke!" The name escaped before she realized she said it. Anakin froze. Luke looked upward sharply, because Padmé had spoken his name naturally. Not like a stranger learning it. Like a mother recognizing it. The timeline had noticed too. Far above Mustafar, thunder rolled through the burning sky while Luke's body trembled beneath invisible pressure. And somewhere deep inside the Force, two different futures had just begun fighting for the right to exist. The ramp lowered slowly through smoke. Obi Wan Kenobi stepped onto Mustafar with one hand resting near his lightsaber while volcanic ash drifted across the landing platform around him. Everything felt wrong. Too quiet. No screaming. No battle. Only lava glowing beneath black steel structures while distant mining engines echoed through the heat. Then he saw Anakin. Alive. Still human. For one painful second, relief almost reached him. Then Obi-Wan noticed the stranger standing beside him. "Luke." The young man turned slowly beneath the red volcanic light, and something inside Obi-Wan immediately tightened, because the force around him felt familiar. Not familiar like memory. Familiar like blood. Anakin stepped forward, first tense, conflicted, but not enraged. That frightened Obi-Wan more than anger would have. "You should not have come," Anakin said quietly. The words hurt. Not because they sounded hateful, because they sounded exhausted. Obi-Wan stared carefully at him. No Sith eyes. No Vader armor, just pain. Then his attention shifted back toward Luke. "Who is he?" Silence. The volcanic wind screamed across the platform while Padmé looked between them in growing fear. Luke swallowed hard, because this was the moment everything truly broke. Obi-Wan stepped closer slowly, and suddenly, he saw it. The eyes, Padmé's kindness, Anakin's stare. The same impossible mixture standing directly in front of him. Obi-Wan's breathing slowed. "No." Luke looked away immediately. Too late. Obi-Wan already understood enough to become afraid. "Tell him," Anakin whispered. Luke closed his eyes briefly. The heat around Mustafar suddenly felt cold against his skin, because he remembered another version of Obi-Wan standing above lava rivers while Vader burned alive beneath him. "You were my brother, Anakin." Luke forced the memory down, then finally looked at Obi-Wan. "I'm his son." The words shattered the platform into silence. Padmé stopped breathing. Obi-Wan stared at Luke like reality itself had just betrayed him. "That's impossible," Luke nodded weakly. "I know." Obi-Wan's eyes moved slowly toward Anakin, then back toward Luke again. The timeline no longer made sense. The Force no longer made sense. And somehow, that terrified him more than Darth Vader ever had. Because if this stranger truly came from the future, then everything was already changing. Suddenly, Obi-Wan felt it. The darkness still inside Anakin. Not gone. Waiting. The volcanic wind intensified around the platform, while lava burst violently beneath the structures below. Obi-Wan's hand moved toward his lightsaber instinctively. Luke noticed immediately. So did Anakin. The air changed. Pain crossed Anakin's face instantly, not rage, betrayal. Again. "You still think I'm too dangerous to save," Anakin whispered. Obi-Wan's expression tightened. "I don't know what you are anymore." The sentence wounded all three of them at once. Luke stepped between them immediately. "No," he said sharply. "This is where everything breaks." Obi Wan stared at him carefully. Luke's voice shook now, not with fear, with memory. Last time, you fought him here. Anakin froze. Last time. The words echoed through the platform like a prophecy. Luke looked directly at Obi Wan. If you ignite your saber now, he whispered painfully, Darth Vader lives. Silence swallowed Mustafar. Even the engines below seemed distant now. Obi-Wan slowly removed his hand from the lightsaber. But the fear remained inside his eyes, because deep down, he realized something horrifying. The future no longer obeyed destiny. It obeyed Luke Skywalker. And somewhere far away across Coruscant, Emperor Palpatine smiled as clone fleets began mobilizing earlier than ever before. Temple alarms echoed through the hidden Jedi refuge. Blue holograms flickered violently across the dark council chamber, while rain hammered against the windows outside. The surviving Jedi's masters stood frozen around the central holotable as static rippled through the Force itself. Yoda closed his eyes tightly. Something was wrong. Not ordinary fear. Not Sith corruption. Reality felt unstable. Entire Force visions were changing faster than the Masters could process them. One moment, they saw Darth Vader hunting Jedi across the galaxy. The next, the vision vanished completely. Like the future itself no longer knew which path was real. Mace Windu's damaged hologram crackled above the table. This disturbance began the moment Skywalker reached Mustafar. Yoda remained silent, because deep down, he already feared the truth. On Mustafar, Luke staggered against the railing overlooking the lava rivers below. Pain burned through his chest again. Different this time. Worse. His hands flickered faintly beneath the volcanic light, transparent for half a second, then solid again. Padmé saw it immediately. Fear crossed her face. Luke? He looked away quickly. Too late. The timeline was rejecting him now. Luke felt memories slipping apart inside his mind. Leia's face blurred for one terrible moment. Han Solo's voice sounded distant. The future was weakening around him. Because every second Anakin stayed away from becoming Vader. Luke Skywalker moved closer to never existing at all. Anakin stepped toward him carefully. For the first time since Mustafar began, real fear entered his eyes. Not fear for himself, fear for Luke. What's happening to you? Luke swallowed hard. The answer felt impossible to say aloud. I think, he whispered weakly, I'm changing the future too much. Silence. Lava exploded beneath the platform while ash drifted across the burning air around them. Anakin stared at Luke's trembling hands, then suddenly understood. If Vader never existed, Luke might never be born. The realization hit him harder than any lightsaber wound. Back inside the Jedi refuge, another vision shattered across the council chamber. This time the Masters saw Luke directly, standing beside Anakin Skywalker on Mustafar beneath volcanic fire. Not fighting him, saving him. Several Jedi immediately recoiled. He should not exist, one Master whispered. Another looked toward Yoda sharply. If Skywalker's future child is already here, the timeline is breaking, Mace finished grimly. Fear spread quickly through the chamber. Because Jedi trained their entire lives to trust the Force. And now the Force itself was becoming unstable. Yoda slowly opened his eyes. Pain shadowed his ancient face. Dangerous this boy may be, he admitted softly. The chamber fell silent, because those words sounded too close to a sentence. Far away on Mustafar, Luke suddenly collapsed to one knee. The Force around him screamed violently. Then, for one horrifying second, two different versions of Darth Vader appeared behind Anakin in the volcanic smoke. One wearing black armor, the other dying beside Luke aboard the Death Star. Both vanished instantly, but Anakin saw them, and the terror inside his eyes finally deepened into certainty. The future was no longer collapsing. It was splitting apart. Clone gunships filled the skies above Coruscant. Searchlights cut through rain while smoke rose from burning districts across the capital planet. Panic spread through the streets as clone troopers dragged civilians from homes and executed surviving Jedi in public squares. The Empire had arrived early, and it was already hungry. On Mustafar, Luke collapsed hard against the metal platform. His breathing turned uneven while volcanic ash drifted across his trembling body. The edges of his hands flickered again beneath the lava glow, transparent, then solid, then fading once more. Padmé rushed toward him immediately, fear breaking across her face. "Luke!" This time her voice sounded like a mother's. Anakin felt it. The truth no longer frightened him now. It wounded him, because every second, Luke disappeared. Anakin understood exactly what was happening. Saving him was killing his son. Luke forced himself upward weakly. "You need to stop Palpatine," he whispered painfully. Anakin stared at him in silence, then slowly looked toward the burning skies above Mustafar. For years, he feared losing the people he loved, and every choice born from that fear had led him closer to becoming Vader. But now, for the first time, someone he loved was disappearing because of him. The realization shattered something inside him completely. Far across the galaxy, Darth Sidious smiled from the Senate throne. He could feel Anakin breaking away at last, so the Emperor tightened his grip harder. New orders spread instantly through the clone network. No survivors, no witnesses, no mercy. Entire city blocks across the Republic descended into chaos while frightened civilians suddenly became targets alongside Jedi. Fear consumed everything faster than war ever had. And deep inside the Force, Luke Skywalker's presence weakened further. Back on Mustafar, Anakin finally ignited his lightsaber. Blue light cut through volcanic smoke while Obi Wan looked toward him carefully across the platform. Not as enemies this time, as brothers standing at the edge of disaster. Anakin's eyes looked hollow beneath the firelight. "I can't undo what I've done," he said quietly. The words hurt because they were true. Temple children were still dead. The Republic was still falling. Order 66 had already begun. Redemption changed nothing for the people already buried. Luke looked toward his father weakly. "No," he whispered, "but you can stop what happens next." Silence. Only lava. Only ash. Only the sound of a future tearing itself apart. Then suddenly, Anakin deactivated his saber and turned away from the Empire forever. The Force reacted instantly. A violent shockwave exploded across Mustafar as thunder ripped through the burning sky above them. Luke cried out in pain while visions shattered across the platform. Different futures, different Vaders, different endings. Some showed Anakin dying. Others showed Sidious ruling forever. One showed Luke disappearing completely. Padmé grabbed Luke as his body flickered again. More transparent this time. Anakin froze, because for one horrifying second, he could see the lava river behind Luke through his fading body. The future was no longer unstable. It was erasing itself. And somewhere deep in the darkness of Coruscant, Darth Sidious slowly stood from his throne, smiling, because he finally understood the truth. Luke Skywalker was running out of time. Lightning split the Coruscant sky. Clone gunships roared between burning towers while screams echoed through the endless city below. The Senate building stood above the chaos like a black monument to the dying Republic. And inside its highest chamber, Darth Sidious waited. Rain hammered against the massive windows while dark robes drifted around the Emperor's throne. Blue lightning flickered across his yellow eyes as the Force twisted violently around him. He could feel reality collapsing now. Entire futures were dying, and at the center of it all was Luke Skywalker. The elevator doors opened slowly. Anakin stepped forward first, blue lightsaber in hand. Luke followed beside him, weaker now, his body flickering faintly beneath the cold Senate lights. Sometimes solid, sometimes transparent. Padmé watched helplessly from the shadows behind them, while Obi Wan stood silently near the entrance. Nobody spoke, because this no longer felt like a battle. It felt like the end of destiny itself. Sidious smiled from the throne. "So," the Emperor whispered, "the boy finally stole you from me." Anakin's jaw tightened. "No," he said quietly. "He reminded me who I was before you poisoned everything." The Emperor rose slowly. "And now he dies for it." The words hit harder than lightning. Luke staggered suddenly as pain ripped through his body again. His outline flickered violently. Leia's face vanished from his memory completely. Then Han's voice, then Endor. The future was erasing him piece by piece. Anakin saw the fear hidden inside Luke's eyes. Not fear of death. Fear of disappearing before his father truly changed. Sidious attacked first. Force lightning exploded across the chamber while the windows shattered outward into the storm. Anakin intercepted the blast instantly. Blue light crashing against dark side fire while thunder shook the Senate Tower. Luke joined him. Father and son fighting together years before fate ever intended it. The Force screamed around them. Different timelines flashed through the chamber in violent fragments. Darth Vader kneeling beside Sidious. Luke dying aboard the Death Star. Padmé surviving. The Empire burning. Entire futures collapsing into ash. Then suddenly, Luke dropped to one knee. His body faded almost completely. Anakin froze, because through Luke's transparent form, he could see the Senate floor behind him. "No!" Panic entered Anakin's voice instantly. Luke looked up weakly and smiled. The same quiet smile Vader once saw before sacrificing himself aboard the Death Star. "You already came back to the light?" Luke whispered painfully. That's enough." The words shattered him, because Anakin finally understood. Luke was never sent here to survive. He was sent here to save him. Sidious unleashed another storm of lightning. But this time, Anakin Skywalker did not kneel. He stepped forward through the pain, through the darkness, through the fear that created Darth Vader. And with one final cry, he hurled Sidious into the heart of his own collapsing throne chamber. Lightning consumed the Emperor while the Force erupted violently across Coruscant. Then silence, rain, breathing. Luke looked toward his father one last time, and slowly faded into light, gone. No body, no sound. Only ash drifting through the broken Senate chamber. Anakin stood frozen beneath the storm while tears mixed with rain across his face. For the first time in his life, he understood what Obi Wan, Padmé, and Luke had all tried to teach him. Love was never about control. And somewhere deep inside the Force, a child's laughter echoed softly through the darkness.